And we are live with a bit of a do-si-do in the top lane. Oh! So Jin, not afraid of Poppy until she has Tabby's Bramble. Then you have to be afraid of Poppy. She's scary. If you're not, you're crazy.
Just throwing out some buckles.
Throwing some buckles.
Blue side throwing down some vision in the red side jungle.
Yeah, I like that ward. It's actually a bit ballsy to go for a ward on the buff because you have to be pretty close to that front bush. And if Kent was stacked there, they could actually punish that ward. But perhaps information given to Kapitai told him he can go ahead and ward that wall. Now they are certain Lilia is starting top side. And I like the Lilia pick, by the way. Going into the hands of Rekt. Like I mentioned, the power you have in draft with the champion that can go into, what is it, top, jungle,
or mid.
Yeah, really flexible champion.
Wonder how much practice Rekt has on this Lilia.
Yeah, it's definitely a good question. Is it that he loves the champion? Is his coach making him play it? Does he hate the champion? Does he spam it in his off time because he loves it so much? I haven't seen his OPGGs, but he might have alt accounts where he's like legit spamming it because I know it is good. I know you can get a elo with it. Or he could just be playing it because his coach wanted to flex it and he's like, oh, whatever. I have to play it, whatever. We'll never know. But yeah, eyes on Jin on this Camille as he does go for an E-trade. It's because Kapitai is coming up for the level 3. Flash comes out early. Cocoon has to land. It should go down. Great patience from Kapitai to go ahead and throw an auto Q out to get that Poppy Flash before the Cocoon so that he can line it up and set it up for his Camille to follow up. Kill goes on to Elise, who will now look to take top crab. Rekt understands this and will look to take bot crab. He's already on the bot side, so Rekt I think was full clearing top to bot, which means Star Pwner should have been a bit more aware of the 3-minute 15 top gank. If your jungle is pathing from top to bottom, you need to understand that if Elise paths bot to top, you're in a 1v2 at the 3-minute mark. Great gank from Kapitai, setting the tone for this epic game 2. Another important thing, Camille gets a nice first back, double longsword. Yeah, getting that reset, pretty huge for Camille.
Already up 10 CS.
Yeah, and the wave coming back to her. So she'll be in a position where she can kind of just soak minions. But we see hook land in bot lane. Ana Ashe. Ezreal, after getting hook, actually steps up 4 autos there. Good patience from Delivery Man and CounterX not to take a full extended fight against Ashe because once her Q's going, that's actually where she thrives. Displaying a lot of patience on this Jinx. And that's what Jinx players need, I think, is great patience because you gotta wait. You wait for your time to strike, and a lot of AD players think they need to strike on every minion and never get to that point. But we do see 2v2 looking pretty good for BAR here.
Oh.
Look, it's a minion. They win that trade out. They also have jungle on their side and Lilia's top side. So we'll have to see where Elise goes after these Krugs. If she wants to shadow or look for a dive bot, that could be a pretty good idea. Lilia pathing towards the bot side. So we're going to have possibly 3v3. Not quite, just an even game state currently. Farm numbers really close, and this might be a grinder. We'll have to see if anything pops off for Drake number 1, which will be Infernal.
No teams currently moving towards that objective.
Yeah, at least up top at her Gromp. So Lilia could actually take a look at Drake here. We see Galio pushing, but her bot lane doesn't have the push. The wave is getting pushed from Applause and Ezreal here, so Drake would have to actually be a solo affair from Rekt. I'm actually not even sure how her Drake soloing would look, but she might just be happy to look for Elise Raptors because Elise shows top on a pink ward, on Poppy's pink ward. So Lilia looking to invade. She checked Raptors, but they weren't there. She now is possibly checking Krug. She took the plant over the wall. It's a 3v2, possibly 4v2 situation in the bot lane, but there's no wave to actually work with. You see the Lilia behind them. Galio is also here, and he's 6. So all you're missing for Kent State is the wave, but TP coming in from Jin, I believe. No, it was from Hamlet. Okay. Hamlet TP to even up the stakes, which means Kent State actually gets something with that four-man play, despite not having a wave. And I believe Ezreal and Applause could have just walked away there. But with that TP in the presence of the level 6 Lissandra, they will opt to start the Infernal Drake, which will not be answered from Kent State. They're going to go ahead and take it back instead. And you often need to give the Drake on your Jinx side, because Jinx, champion that needs items to scale. I believe they're just happy to go get their BF on Jinx. No problems yet, and just give that first Drake. I'm trading in the mid lane. Farm numbers still even. Relatively even. Top lane with a 9 CSA, but that could just be because of lane state. Ezreal and Delivery Man trading autos. Bit of a lull state here. Ping-ponging waves, you might say. Blue wave coming back to the Delivery Man and Condorek, so no need to be too far up right now.
These games definitely a lot slower than the first 2 games we had.
Yeah, Jin with a play window will find Rekt with a W, but E does not land, which means he can't get his combo started before his R.
Ash ult.
Arrow goes wide. So we see BAR here looking to make plays with the tools that they have in mid-game, just coming up short.
Would have been a big pick getting this Jinx dead early.
Probably would have gotten her
fed early.
Would have gotten her cleanse, I think, but then you can follow up on that.
Oh yeah, I forgot she has cleanse.
But yeah, Kent State so far ducking the punches of BAR with the scaling comp. I think all is well for Kent State right now, despite being down 1 kill and a Drake. But if you're BAR, you build on this slight advantage here. You keep looking to make plays, stay aggressive.
Mm-hmm. Basically even here at 10 minutes, 9.5 minutes.
Yeah, Tabby's completed, no Bramble, so Camille probably free to trade here. The true damage you get, ooh, a nice E from Jin into ult because he has Elise coming. Will get bopped away from Starponer's ult. I think that just kills the play. Galio was on his way to ult, but he's like, no, my puppy's fine. I'm going to kill this pink. He'll probably walk back to mid unless Poppy engaging 1v2 because of the Galio R. Possible force here. Jim will engage with the Eon Camille. Now he's in a 2v1 because his Elise went over the wall as he did that. Timings of these plays, funky. Oh, flash. Elise Cocoon gets flashed by Poppy, which means it hits Galio. Lissandra flashes over the wall with a WR on herself, setting up another frag for herself. And we'll go ahead, hopefully, give that another look. But we see, wait, Scumbag Kenny flashed out of the way of the Cocoon and got Starponer killed, if I'm not mistaken.
No, the other way around.
It was it? Okay. I thought... So, yeah. Starponer flashed out of the way Cocoon, and then it hit Kenny.
Yeah.
All right, we should be able to take another look at that as they clean up Harold. But, yeah, watch this. So, Elise goes in 1v1. Galio comes. While she dips out, Jin jumps in. And they're like, wait a second, now Jin's in a 1v2. But at least actually enough time to walk around. Has Flash, has Lissandra behind her. And yeah, Poppy flashes out of the way of the cocoon so that it will hit the Galio. And the Lissandra follow-up comes over the wall regardless. Gets them another kill.
Down.
Woo! BAR coming out swinging.
This is what we wanted. A good series. Hopefully, BR can maybe close this out. And we could go to game 3.
Yeah. I need me a game 3 between these two teams. They're both fighting to go undefeated here.
Still early, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Delivery man needs to ramp up.
He has gained a 20 farm lead. 20 CS lead. And you know what often happens with these picks like Jinx? Instead of just taking the farm lead and being happy with that, teams, well, solo queue teams, lower ranked teams, will contest every Drake because they think they have to, and then they never end up with these 20 CS leads on their Jinx. They always end up with deaths. As we see Condrax flashing on Ezreal, the hook will land. Ezreal should go down, and also has to burn Flash, so Kent State firing back with a punch of their own, taking out Ezreal, who I believe just, I think was too close to Thresh. Had to flash, and then Thresh flash followed up, reclosing the gap and claiming the Ashe.
Rift Hero drop mid, get some play turrets for the blue side.
Yeah, we see Drake number 2. Kent State, different plans this time. They want to start the Drake. They're not conceding this one. Ashe arrow is coming in. It does hit. Who is
Just
that? That's Thresh. Conrex will go down immediately. Here comes a follow-up CC from the Nautilus ult. He drops. Applause in the front line. Kapitai will take down Lilia. The chain CC in this situation is pretty huge. We see Delivery Man at like 10% HP, forced to walk out. Starponer, he's full HP, but his team, I believe, is just too compromised. They're going to actually have to sack this one as well. Both top laners, as far as I'm aware, walk down. Actually, I think they both TP'd. They both made it there. So it was a 5v5 situation going over to the side of BAR off some really nice chain CC. And BAR stands for Boosted Animals Reborn. Boosted Animals Reborn, let me hold this thought. The double CC comes in. The Galio ult does disengage it. The taunt possibly saving Condrax as he walks out. But is Galio compromised? They turn on Galio. They won't kill him. Delivery Man's here to actually fire rockets. So is Lilia. She has to scan the bush. They need to walk in. They don't want to walk into the river there because it's possible overextension. So good patience here from Kent State. But looked like a play that Hamlet and Jin making, only resulting in Galio ult. They wanted more, you could tell, but happy to just get that R off of Galio and reset without overextending into death. And we see Boosted Animals Reborn bot lane rotating mid, and Kent State not matching that rotate, which means it's 2v1 in mid lane. Ashe able to actually hit it a few times. Kapitai with a nice cocoon on Lilia. She instantly drops, sniped by Ezreal's arrow. Nice pickup. And we see Kapitai land a really nice cocoon. He's had such massive impact on the game with this Elise.
Boosted Animals now starting to pick up speed. Getting a few kills here and there.
For sure. Drake number 3 up in 3 minutes. It's ocean game. Lots of bushes. Lots of fruit. Lots of HP and mana. But who can claim the soul of the rift?
Who will claim the soul of the rift?
Okay, we see an advancement of Kapitai in the bush. Will tag Delivery Man with the cocoon, but the Thresh Lantern as well. Some cross-map play, because Hamlet's in a 2v1. He might go down here. Oh, actually, sick nasty turn. He'll take the Poppy out before Rek could even get there. It's going to be 1-for-1, but Hamlet happy to wait. Oh, flash is over, but forgot about the Lilia burn.
pass
that really
that takes her
been,
down.
that's really frustrating because Hamlet outplayed so hard there. I could pull it up. We could take another look. Not only does he get the kill as the gank's coming in with a really nice turn, but he hits the relatively. So he turns here. Just the burst you don't expect from Lissandra. Electrocute with Ludens, by the way. And then this flash he does over the wall, actually really hard. Most players in this situation, I wouldn't say most, but lots of players will fumble that flash. Unluckily for him, the Lilia burn lasts so long and was still ticking. He still goes down, but really nice play from Hamlet there. Yeah, as a side laner, it always feels good to take one down with you when you're getting the play made on you. Because on top of that, you can expect your team to have man advantage somewhere else. And if they can get a positive out of that play, then that kill you get feels even better. And Poppy with no Bramble. I'll go as far as saying no Grievous on the side of Kent, which is usually fine in the early stages, but as the game goes further on, they're going to need to get Grievous wounds. We see Jhin rushing Ravenous. As a Camille player, if I'm rushing Ravenous and you don't get Bramble, like you're kind of throwing. And you see Jhin up 30 CS, or he was just up 30 CS, but watch the power of this Camille here. Loki interrupts the Kenny dash. Hextech ultimatum sets up an easy cocoon, but that cocoon gets Zanya's by Kenny, but he still goes down to that massive burst damage. Camille and Elise, too mobile and like threatening of champs for Galio to ever survive in that lane. So they want Poppy in the lane with Camille with a Bramble Vest. That's actually the ideal situation. Anything other than that is too easy for Jhin to find angles and find advantages, especially with Kapatai on this Elise, who's been really on point this game. And now this matchup, you're Tabby's Sunfire and you're into the Lissandra. That's the wrong lane assignment. You need to have your Galio in the Lissandra lane, and you need to have your Poppy in the Camille lane.
Yeah, Camille just gets a free tower top. Maybe a pick off. Oh, yeah.
This
Instantly
is
deleted.
Sweet 131 from Boosted Animals Reborn here. They're a 3-man unit. So many tools to look for picks. Nautilus, Ashe, Elise. Meanwhile, they're getting their solo laners into the right lanes with the right matchups, getting advantages there. Pressuring each lane in the map and every neutral.
And they convert this into Ocean Soul. No, not Ocean Soul. Ocean Soul Point.
Yep. Yeah, clock ticking. And now the delivery man, we put so much responsibility on him to win this game because we saw him solo win it last game, but the situation just looks dire. It doesn't look quite like last game. I think lead here building. We see Galio ulti coming in, fight on multiple fronts. So BAR taking a 2v1 in the bot side, winning that, but actually losing a 4v3 situation here. And a double the delivery man as soon as I say that. And I'm not even calling that Caster Curse. It's like the opposite of Caster Curse for delivery man. He actually pulls up clutch. And what you see here from BAR is you're spending 2 members, Kapatai and Hamlet, on the bot lane pick on Poppy. You cannot at the same time take a heads up play with your 3-man unit because of the possibility of the 4v3. Giving Jinx 2 kills, that's pretty crucial. Given the context of this series, we saw Delivery Man go nuts last game. Whew.
Let's see if he could keep it up, keep the ball rolling. But this Elise is huge right now. She could just explode anybody, or especially this Jinx if she gets caught out.
Yeah, and a Void Staff already completed on at least pre-20 minutes. Pretty funny. Not much MR, but a couple of Merc treads she'll have to get through. But that Void Staff, to me, second item is like he just wants to hard spike and deal true damage to anyone in his path. Bear in the focus here, but it's fresh 20 minutes, so I don't think either team is gonna start or stop. It's just a bit of a vision battle, mostly because next strike is not till 3 minutes. But you can bet your bottom dollar Boosted Animals Reborn will return to that ocean in 3 minutes to look to claim the soul of the rift.
Ocean Soul of the Rift.
Lots of bushes. I think that's good for BAR's pick comp.
Yeah.
The map. Half of this jungle quadrant is like bush. That's actually really scary for the team walking into the Void Staff Elise and Luden's Lysandra. Oh, and I was wrong about Electrocute. It's Aftershock. Usually when Lysandra's build Luden's, it's an Electrocute build, but Hamlet, who we know is seasoned on this champion, opts into Aftershock, but then still full AP rush. And then we need to see what the bot lane, this matchup right here. Jhin up a level, still no Bramble for Star Pwner, so actually Camille can do whatever she wants because there's no Bramble in it. Even if there was Bramble, once she completes Triforce, then she can kind of do whatever she wants. The reason for that is because she can short trade on you with an Empowered Q, deal like 500 true damage, and then heal up whatever you deal to her on the next wave. So if you're not actually pinching her, she'll slowly win out that battle into the Poppy. Which is why I personally don't mind the Poppy matchup at all as Camille.
Ocean Soul coming up in a minute 20. I'm sure Boosted Animals will be putting down wards and getting ready to take that.
Yeah, definitely. We see Nautilus leaving base, so Applause with a full array of four vision wards. No. What are normal wards called? Yeah, vision wards. And 2 pink wards. Leaving base, so 6 wards here, and what do you know? She's on the bottom quadrant of the map. Condirect sweeping early. That might actually be a big deal. I'm not a support main, but his sweep doesn't actually get anything. And how many sweepers do we have? 2 sweepers, both on cooldown. So yeah, vision control to Boosted Animals Reborn could definitely happen, but Kent State actually beating them to the pit. But Kappa Tai, this is actually a super sneaky play. Gets found out. Has to flash, but doesn't get over the wall. They can just pinch him right now. He has to repel, but he comes down. This forces BR to engage. Jhin coming over to save him. Will take out the Lilia, but they're both stuck in the pit now. Elise might drop soon. Elise does drop, but actually trades back Poppy as blue team just winning the fight on all fronts. Here comes the follow-up CC, and you know Camille can actually reach these champions if he wants to. W land, Thresh Lantern actually means no chase there, but 3 for 1 there for Boosted Animals Reborn, and it gets some soul. It started out with a really clever play by Kapatai, actually getting sniffed out by Kenny. Once they realize the Elise is in the pit, they throw some CC at her. She flashes in the pit, which means she can't get out now. They can force on her, and all she has is repel. But while she's in the air repelled, she calls Jhin over, who hops the wall, saves her, and eventually they win the fight and take the soul, I think, because of gold lead. Possible freeze here. Sorry about that. And this is live. Yeah, we see Ocean Soul being worn loud and proud by Hamlet here. This soul is really OP. Every time you take damage in combat, you instantly start regenning HP and mana. So really hard to... You have to burst targets down. It's hard to win extended fights into this soul. We see Bramble Vest coming in for Poppy now, but Jhin at that 2 items. So that split is pretty free, but he also has team fight options because of his 4-man unit. That comp really nice. Kent State looking to hold on here and get Jinx another item if possible. 2 items would be great. If you're going to be knocking through this Ocean Soul, it's probably going to have to be Jinx doing most of the work. I know that's pretty obvious at this point, but we see she has completed Hurricane. She's probably working on a Executioner's, and after that she'll likely go into Rapid. then I think we might see a game 3.
At this point, yeah, the Camille's pretty big in the side lane, and with the Ocean Soul, she should be able to just keep pushing.
Definitely.
Meanwhile, the other 4 can siege other lanes.
Yeah, we see that Q chunk there, so no way for Starpwner really to heal that back, and Camille has the luxury of healing like 4 HP bars on each wave, so she'll eventually win that out, and it actually gets to a diveable point for the Camille. You can dive a Poppy once you have that 2-item spike.
Boosted Animals pushed off the Baron right there. Clearing out some vision right now from Boosted Animals. Posturing for this Baron.
Yeah, the plan here is just have Camille sit bot, right? Her TP's up. And if Kent State wants to even think about contesting Baron, they have to have multiple members in the top side, which means if you isolate the Camille matchup in the bottom half of the map, she'll eventually win that out, get chips on the turret, possibly dive the Poppy, or just force waves to crash in where Poppy loses them from basing, or just gets the first rotation while Poppy's busy dealing with the wave. As we see a hook come in, caught out is the Thresh of Kent State. Is there enough follow-up, CC? The arrow actually goes on to, I believe it was the delivery man, who then cleanses and flashes out, so they will settle for the Galio. But we see this this duel in the bot lane as Starpwner will disengage the Camille, but eventually Boosted Animals Reborn just dropping their CC on everybody they can see, and it results in a 1-for-0 on Galio, who probably just ulted in to save someone, and as a result died for it. They'll take that 1-for-0, they'll start up Baron.
Might find someone else.
Yeah, they caught out the Lily en route to even look at the Baron. Jinx Rocket does not get the steal. And Baron buff going over to Boosted Animals Reborn. They're up 10k. They have Baron buff.
Yeah, they could just push.
Everything's online for them.
I think with the Ocean Soul and the Baron here, they could start really sieging towers and possibly take this game.
Hook lands on Alessandra, followed up by the Poppy tackle, so she's tied up, but she's forced to Zanya's. Ezreal in position to deal lots of damage.
Yeah, they're just too far ahead right now. Just smacked them with the wallets.
Yeah, it looked like a decent play, but the Alessandra, Zanya's able to buy enough time for the team to show up, and Ezreal there ready to fire off those Q autos, spraying people down with the Ash. And I
Delivery
think,
man not coming up this game.
No, not delivering this time. I think the Kapitai smurfing on Elise had a lot to do with the lack of pressure early game from Kent State, resulting in Jinx with a lesser than ideal situation. But we've seen the delivery man shoot his way out of deficits before. I just think odds are stacked against him, mostly because
maybe
it's
look for a
Ocean
fight
Soul.
here.
Yeah, Alessandra will go over the wall, throwing some spells at Poppy, but no, or I'm sorry, Thresh, but no hard commit. Kent opting to defend, and BAR opting to reset.
Back. Yeah, so there will be a reset. Only one inhib going down, the mid inhib. Elder Dragon is coming up in 30 seconds. That is a big win condition. If they get that, the game is pretty much over from there.
Yeah, and I should also add, if Kent State were to manage to steal it, this is quite honestly their only way back into the game. The only way you win this game for Kent State is you steal Elder and then fight with it.
Yeah.
So the hard part about this is this Jhin. This is a nightmare for their team. This guy's a monster. He can do whatever he wants in this Poppy matchup. As Poppy will interrupt the E with a tackle. That's actually best case for Poppy, but it doesn't really matter. Jhin can heal, and then look at that chunk. This becomes diveable. Boosted Animals Reborn are in no hurry to actually even take Elder. They had the luxury of... Oh! Jhin with a really nice R, anticipating the Poppy R, which actually never even comes through. That was a sick play. now we have a 4v4 here while Camille is just hitting turrets. We see Kent State putting on their final defense, but this time Ezreal getting the best out of Kent, firing people down, emotes coming out of everybody, and that's got to be GG for Boosted Animals Reborn. I'm not sure what happened to Camille.
Yeah, Camille tried to TP in the fight.
TP's way late and probably could just be hitting base at this point, so...
And the minions are just going to end it.
Yeah, timer's too high, so they end no matter what. That would have been a pretty troll TP if that resulted in a base defense, but I think the game kind of won either way. We got to see that really nasty split. It gets really bad after Death's Dance for Camille. When Camille gets Death's Dance, really experienced and great Camille players can put on performances like that in the side lane. Death's Dance, such a broken item. Please don't nerf.